maybe we can say slightly in a better position in for the opening. There has been no surprise where Pragg is out of the opening or something like that. So that is a good thing. Pragg is white. He is going to definitely try this to not like simplification like yesterday and day before. They have got good enough rest last 2 days, and yesterday we saw the shortest game, so that was amazing. Sagar kahan hai? Sagar is in the air, in the flight right now. He even tried to get internet over there, but unfortunately we were not able to connect the calls. Let's see if he's able to send me any messages. Let's see if he's able to watch this stream, but he is going to join us very, very soon. Also, we are going to have guests very soon, but because we were not aware that today the round is 1 hour earlier, thoda gadbad ho gaya guys, thoda gadbad. VS says today is Pragg's day, he will break through. Oh wow, now Magnus is taking quite a lot of time here. What are your suggestions for Magnus? Mihir says guest reveal on 13 lakh subscribers. Oh, if that happens in the next half an hour, yeah, I can reveal for sure. But let's see if the guests come. I'm just hoping that I didn't forget to send the guest the link, because that would be the stupidest thing I would do. Making sure. No, I have sent a link, guys. Hoping he joins us very soon. Okay, Magnus actually went for the move which we were looking at, d5. Now this is the most natural way to go for. You're putting your pawns in the center because white is going to play on the king side, the other side. So Magnus says, let me take the space in the center. And this is Pragg's moment to think, but Pragg doesn't think much. Look at his time. Here he had 22 minutes 58 seconds and he makes the move very quickly. So he goes back bishop b3 and very clear that yeah, I am not interested to release the tension at all. But Magnus now goes queen d6. I don't know if there was a better move, because Bar says it's a slight, very slight weak move. But practically guys, in rapid format, we are not going to trust the bar so much. It's a dhokebaz bar. So a lot of it is going to depend on psychology, on the stress, on the, it's the match to become a winner. Now that's different from all the rest of the games which Pragg and Magnus were playing in this event. So bishop b3 and after queen d6, Pragg is thinking, well, if he wants to simply follow up with his last plan of queen e1, he can first ask, can I continue with my plan of queen g3? And now you are not threatening rook f6. That was Magnus's idea, to defend his knight. Also with the queen, he defended the pawn which was attacked by the queen. So there is no immediate threat. But what you have done is you've improved your piece position. Your queen is better placed there. Your rooks are connected. Plus you have some ideas of doubling on the rook file and increasing pressure on f6. So these are the ideas. And queen g3, a very nice move Pragg has. He is thinking. The question is, why is he thinking? Is he thinking of something else other than queen g3? Super chat has been missed. Okay, let me check. Shreyans, it is on the way from UK in the ship, so it should be there in a month. Of course, flight nahi hai, time to lagega. So, but guys, all those who don't know, we have sale today, 15% off. Do check out the ChessBase India merch there. On our overlay there, 15% off, link in the description. It's the first link, and our subscriber count is also growing. We have a goal of 13 lakh today. On day one when Sagar was streaming, he's like, Okay, 13 lakh, and that was my mistake, he had said, and I'm like, come on, not 13 lakh, but that's happening. That is happening. Oh, Rudra Vinayak has sent 100 rupees 2 minutes ago and is the 1034th believer. So thank you, Rudra. Are you the first believer for today's stream? Do we have Hindi commentary of this match? We don't have a live Hindi commentary, but guys, do check out ChessBase India Hindi channel by Nikhilesh Jain. He's updating there with commentary and analysis. So I think he is having around 1,14,000, something like that is the number subscribers. But do go there, ChessBase India raid, and do subscribe to the Hindi channel as well. Queen g3 played by Praggnanandhaa. Okay, he did take a bit of time there, but he's gone Queen g3. I like his move, and I like the imbalance which has been created on the board. Is Rugri one? But you have Queen g3. If the queen is, going to a better place, so why not take it when it's the best move? So Queen g3, and guys, 1 second.
Hello.
Yo.
What's
Ud
up?
gaye.
Good morning.
Guys, there we have the special guest who rocked it yesterday with the
Let's
live
go.
show, stand-up comedy
Amrita.
yesterday. मजा आ गया. समय रात
तो-
को नींद लगी कि नहीं?
भाई बहुत मजा आया। तूने डाल दी मेरी शक्ल स्ट्रीम पे?
तो क्या यार,
अरे
डालूंगी
तेरे को
ना.
आगे डालना।
तेरी शक्ल ऐसे एक सेकंड भी मिस नहीं हो सकती यार.
अरे ब्रो क्रेजी भाई। आई जस्ट वोक अप एक्चुअली अमृता। आई वाज लाइक देखते चेसबेस इंडिया पे क्या चल रहा है। सो ओनली यू आर देयर। आई वाज लाइक पक्का गाली पड़ रही होगी अमृता को दबा के अभी चैट से। सागर वेरी सागर को बुलाओ, बकवास कमेंट्री हटाओ, बोरिंग यही चल रहा होगा। मैंने कहा एक काम करता हूँ, मैं भी आके गालियां खाता हूँ। अमृता और समय रहना साथ में, थोड़ा गाली खाएंगे तो थोड़ा बैलेंस हो जाएगा ना। अकेले
So we have shared गाली. Thank you समय इधर आने के लिए.
रिमूव दिस नूब समय, वेयर इज सागर शाह। ये आएगा अभी देख।
हवे में है वो, हवे में उड़ रहा है.
क्या करे अभी, उसको ला तो नहीं सकते ना हवा से नीचे भाई, अनलेस वो फ्लाइट वो चला रहे हो जो 911 चला रहे थे। तो अभी लेट्स सी द गेम, व्हाट्स हैपनिंग इन द गेम। अमृता
समय, can you, 1 second, I have to start the virtual camera. Okay, now can you see the position?
Yes, I can see the position.
Samay, do you have such a skill that when you look at the game, you are able to keep the bar aside? मतलब तुम्हारा माइंड वो बार को देख ही नहीं रहा है, तुम्हारी आंखें सिर्फ बोर्ड देख रही है. Do you
When
have
I'm
that
playing
skill?
my own game, I have that skill.
Okay.
But
Okay.
right now, I would like to see the bar actually.
Okay. So Samay, this is the current position right now we have on the board, and Prag is white. For whom do you like it?
I like it for Prag already because he's Indian. Now let's see what to play here for black. See, I mean, I can quickly see the threat of rook f6, but right now the queen, and whenever I say any move, not just make the arrows, please. So whenever rook f6 will come, if the queen is moved from d6, then it's a threat. Maybe black can just attack white's queen by going knight h5 and say, what do you do with your queen?
Ooh, so Samay is suggesting to attack the queen, and natural move comes to the mind is queen g5, attacking your knight back. Are we going for a draw?
Don't tell me anytime I come.
ये देख, ये मार पीछे गया.
Come on, yaar. No, yaar. I just woke up for this, man.
Yesterday,
Not again.
Samay had planned the whole thing with, live guest tickets, ये वो पूरा ISRO, Chandrayaan going there. It was epic actually.
I hadn't planned Chandrayaan going there. But thanks for the credits. Okay, Amruta, how about, let's go for another line that is not drawish.
No, but queen g5, if you go back, then I don't need to go queen g3. But yes, that is definitely an option if they want to repeat. And I'm sure Prag will not go for that. Which other line you want to go for?
There's a better way. Maybe for black, the only move that the piece that's very passive right now is the knight on e7. So maybe you can get it to g6. Oh, but he goes knight h5, attacks the queen, and now we'll have queen g5 coming in by Praggnanandhaa. Let's go.
Oh wow.
Queen G5 or Queen F3. Which of these will be played, Amruta?
No, he's not played a good knight h5. Ah, you're not using the virtue. Ah, he did play queen knight h5. So queen g5 or queen f3, right?
Yeah.
Good question. Actually, I like queen g5, but if it is not helping me in any way, then I may have to consider queen f3 out of no option. What about you?
I think Queen G5 makes more sense. It also attacks the knight on E7, and that way the queen on D6 cannot move. It comes with more threats, and I think after Queen G5, you'll have to go, like you said, you have to go back with the knight, or you could go G6, but that weakens your dark squares.
But okay, suppose you play g6, yeah, just a weak move, which Magnus will never make such positional mistake. But if you go g6, फिर क्या? How will you continue here to take advantage of that?
So then you see already on the E5 there's a weakness, right? You see that pawn on E5, it's hanging, so you can put more pressure on that pawn. Then you can just bring your knights to F3, attack that pawn again, and eventually you'll be winning that pawn. I mean, black will be forced to push F6, which is again very weakening, and then you can even just go to Queen H6 or come back one step, and you have left the opponent with a weak king. You have ideas of knight g6 in the air, so I don't think that is going to happen. I don't think Magnus is going to do that.
Yeah.
Right now, Queen g5. What will Praggnanandhaa play? What will Magnus play is the question.
Yeah, and Prag actually went for queen g5. So I am expecting Magnus to just pull his knight back.
Yeah, but he just played his knight there, right? So why would he bring it back? Do you think?
Because it is like, as Sagar said, आँखों ही आँखों में इशारा. Draw.
Oh no! I just saw. I'm seeing his camera as well. He just pushed g6, which is an inaccuracy.
Ooh.
Guys, Prag OP in the chat. Now Praggnanandhaa has the advantage. Let us go, Amruta Mokal.
But you have to play accurately, which is not going to be so easy in
It
such
is
a rapid
Praggnanandhaa.
game.
Let's go. It is Praggnanandhaa. He can. If someone can do it, it is Praggnanandhaa.
Yeah,
You can
that's
see,
true.
guys. Magnus is really stressed right now. He has made a mistake. It's not even an inaccuracy. It is a mistake because now the king is weak. There's a lot of pressure on E5. Let's say you just come back. Okay, you come back with your knight. Okay, knight on H.
Yeah, this night going back to f3, Samay, it's like it doesn't look natural to bring the other knight forward, attacking this. It's more natural, right?
Either knights, right? How does it matter?
No, but somehow it's mattering that it's important to take this knight away, telling that my whole job is done that way. But
Yeah,
wait,
also
this
I
was
think-
really better for Praggnanandhaa. If f6, then not on queen h6, kind of it could get trapped, but pull it back, and you were right about the weaknesses. But what
And
plays?
that's exactly, Amruta, so sorry to cut you off, but the reason that you have the move Queen H4 is exactly why you have to play that knight there. Like you said, right? You can bring the other knight as well, but bringing this knight actually empties the square for Queen H4 later on.
Very important point Samay has made. Ki this knight had to go to f3 so that your queen can be pulled back.
The point is now, after knight comes back to f3, like Amruta suggested.
Oh, but he has played knight f5, Samay. Prag has played knight f5 right
he
now.
plays knight f5?
Yeah, and of course,
Okay.
I mean, Magnus, it's forced, right? Like you are right now losing, otherwise you'll lose the e7 piece, so you have to take on f5. But with what?
But bishop takes on f5 now?
And if bishop takes, e takes f5.
And then knight cannot take it. Oh, can you tell me
If knight
why?
f5, guys, that would be a blunder. 1 second. Yeah, if knight takes f5 over here.
Then we have the very stunning move,
Yeah,
Queen
right.
E7. Hey, Amruta, मेरे को flip करना है यार.
आ गया
तेरे को आएगा किधर
इन
ये?
द चैट ओ चैट में ऑलरेडी बता रहे अबे आएगा ना मेरे को क्यों नहीं आएगा
तेरे को क्या आता है अमृता? तू बूमर है टेक्नोलॉजी में. तू आज भी कैसे कर रहा है? आई एम सो सरप्राइज,
क्यों सागर
बहुत
को
मुश्किल है
ओवरटेक
streaming करना है।
भाई सागर को ओवरटेक तेरे को वर्टिकल फ्लिप करूं क्या
अरे वर्टिकल स्पाइडरमैन हूँ क्या मैं? Okay, so what has happened? Knight has come here. Knight f5. Oh, the exchanges have happened actually.
भाई फ्लिप हो ही नहीं रहा है तू
छोड़ मैं बोला था ना तेरे
मैं
को.
करती हूँ
कर स्ट्रीम के
Okay,
बाद
guys, you were right. Rook f5 is the right move there. And let me just check chat chess moves.
Amazing.
Oopsie, आज मेरा ब्लंडर ही
मैं
ब्लंडर, बट ठीक है, कोई
फेमस
बात नहीं,
लास्ट
वो
वर्ड्स
समय
बाय
आता है
अमृता.
तो ये हो
मेरे को
जाता है.
आता है सब. सागर को ओवर पावर करूंगी जरूर. Okay, anyway, so coming back to the position is really heating up, Amruta. If you can back up a little bit, that
Yeah.
some moves have happened.
Knight f5, bishop f5, e f5, and of
So
course
knight,
Magnus did not take on f5. You guys were right. Rook f5 loses the piece. He goes king g7.
yeah. And now, my
First
question
move to your
is,
mind. What does it?
I want to give f6 check. Okay, I want to
Correct.
push f6 check, but right now the knight on h5 is defending it. So can I push g4 and dislodge that knight with the same idea?
Very good question. Very natural move. What if I just take back the knight to f6 then?
You just go back, right? Then I don't have that
And
anymore.
now the threat is at 6. And then maybe g5. I kind of just close the
Yeah.
doors forever.
Yeah. Okay. Amruta, what happens after knight f6? Let's say we
Okay.
go on, we continue attacking. We go h4.
Oh, let's ask the chat. Samay has Samay.
Come on,
Did
this
you?
is simple.
Huh. Okay. No, Samay didn't blunder, guys. He's come up with a question for all of you.
No, it's a horrible question also, actually. It's a simple move. You just h6 and it traps. But alright, that didn't happen. What has happened
Yes.
is...
And look at the queen trap. Oh, no, it was a very nice question. But not h4. So what happened after king g7? Pragg is thinking here. I don't think he'll go g4 right now. But what else, Samay? What else comes to your mind?
Thinking what else we can do here. Maybe... can we not take? We can't take, right? How about trying to double on the f file with your rooks and then taking on g6? So maybe a
Nice.
move like rook f2, rook a f1. It looks slower, slow though.
Yeah, no, I like rook f2 or rook f3 also. In fact, I'll consider because you have rook flip later.
You have rook h3 and then rook takes h5, correct, Amruta?
The position is very tempting for practically
But
also.
what if, Amruta, after your move rook f3, black just pushes h6 and attacks your queen and...
Yeah, if I go back, queen h4.
Okay.
Now you can't play g5, of course. Knight is hanging.
Why queen h4? Why not queen g4 and keep the threat of rook h3, rook h5?
Nice. That is a possibility. Your black would have a nice move, but very tough to find. Very tough. Black to play. Can you think of a nice move?
I don't see any, actually.
Actually,
Is it knight
very
f6 again?
with a similar idea, but first e4. What a counterplay for black. I mean, such moves Magnus will be very alert for tactically, because if you take here, then there is an intermezzo. You don't take back with the pawn, of course, but the intermezzo, guys.
You first go knight f6, get a tempo on the queen,
Yeah.
the queen side steps,
Yeah.
and then you take with the knight.
Not yet, because it is still, two attackers and two defenders. So you still attack something
Oh,
more.
so you push g6, you attack the queen even more, you force the queen to go back.
Oops, not here. I mean, it's a
No,
blunder,
queen
but
g4,
yeah.
queen g3.
It's very hard. If you move the
No, no,
queen,
no.
it's lost. Maybe rook g3 is forced, and then you bring this. Oh my god, this was so tough.
Very complicated.
Can Magnus even consider ideas like this, Samay?
No. This is too complicated, and it's like those disgusting engine lines. Right now, the position is still there. It is stuck. Praggnanandhaa has 14 minutes. He has a 2-minute advantage on Magnus Carlsen, world number 1 player. And Praggnanandhaa is thinking, and that is very dangerous for Magnus Carlsen because Praggnanandhaa is thinking, guys.
Yes, but I do think Magnus will have some stress with the pawn on f5. Until this pawn exists, kuch to hai na udhar
Yeah.
for the king.
I mean, the Magnus pushing g6 was very weird,
Yeah, but somehow, because Pragg went knight f5, if for g6, the only idea was to bring back your knight to have that kind of an advantage. Which, if many times Magnus misses it, his opponents also miss it.
What all other moves is the chat suggesting? Maybe in the chat you can help us, as we don't have Sagar Shah here yet. Sagar Shah is in the flight joining in. We are trying our best to do commentary.
To super fast the flight. Flight ka speed upon change. But yeah, f6, c3, e4, rook f3.
What
E4
all is chat suggesting?
pe.
f3, g4, rook f3. Kharab commentary. This is not a suggestion.
Just push f6. That's the main question. बट
अरे बट
white to
f6
play,
कैसे करेंगे
white to
पुश
play
अभी?
में अपन rook f3 खेला तो maybe here they are saying f6,
No,
push
no, white to
f6.
play. What to play as white right now?
I
Can
think
you
rook
push?
f3 I like for white. What else? e4. हाँ,
Okay,
e4 they are saying for
e4?
white.
Why didn't you even think e4? E4 actually makes a lot of sense, right?
I didn't think of it because you have put all the pawns on the light squares, but
But the opponent doesn't have a dark square bishop.
yeah, but he can play f6 now.
Okay, if he plays f6, then we just go back, like, queen g4. And now
This is
your knight can't go to f6. Your knight is
good
stuck over
point.
there.
Good point. And can
I
I go
think
g5 here? Oh no, sorry, the knight is hanging. That is the whole point. I
I
like
think
it actually, e4.
yeah, e4 is a great move, Amruta.
I like
E4
it.
actually could be the move that Prag plays. E4. And the thing is, you cannot take on E4 after E4 is played because simply the knight captures and now the queen is attacked. The F6 square has another defender. So the threat of F6 is going to come after this move. And it's like almost game over, you can say. Like, dire, like not directly, but
Yeah,
I think it's
practically
very
it's
crushing.
very
Practically,
dangerous,
it's over.
very scary. I mean, Magnus will have to find some only ideas, giving a check, and then most important would be to put his pawn on f6, no matter what. If Prag gets the move like f6, then we can be sure that he has some advantage.
So we actually might see. Oh, look at what Prag has played.
Wait, he's
The,
not.
the
Oh, he
same
changed.
idea that we were seeing, he has already preempted it and made a prophylactical move. Maybe Amruta, if we can go back in that line where we were just seeing with e4,
Okay.
e4 takes, knight takes, queen check was coming.
Yes.
So just because to prevent that, maybe he's just sidestepped
Yeah,
his
what
king
a point,
already.
Samay. Amazing point Samay has mentioned. This is maybe Prag's idea to go e4 in the next move. That definitely sounds like it. Another idea, Samay, which you were suggesting at some point, g4, that also
Yeah.
could be in the air.
But the problem for Praggnanandhaa now is that although he is preparing for a very vicious attack, very ambitious attack on the king side, the main attacker is his queen, right? What happens if Carlsen just decides, okay, you just moved your king, I cannot attack you. Let me just bring my queen to f6 and let me exchange your main attacker. How are you going to continue the attack? What are you going to do then? And if you go back, then like that's
Amazing. No, this move is amazing. And the point was also very well mentioned that this is the most active piece for white in this position. So black says ki, oh, I just want to get rid of that piece. And queen f6. Okay, this question, Samay, your queen right now has come in front of my rook. Am I going to get any disco by chance or tactically not working? Because what
no.
do I do? Where do
You cannot move your queen anywhere. You are forced to
Oh.
take the queen, Amruta, because knight takes
Oh.
f5
Yeah,
is
if I
coming.
move the queen, guys, if white moves the queen, then his f5 pawn will be hanging. Knight takes f5. And you might question here, why not e4? It's a disco. But black to play. Black to play. Can you find a move for black?
This is lovely.
Yes, Rakshit, bring brilliant.
Many people must have said knight g3 check, no?
नाइट अरे हाँ थोड़े लोग हैं नाइट
I knew it. लोग बस checks देख लेते हैं, guys. There is something more than a check in this position.
Yeah, all those
And
who
it
have
is something that you eat your noodles with.
Ah, good one, good one. But
Okay, okay,
chopstick से भी होता है क्या?
मैं तो फोक से खाता हूँ भाई.
Knight e3 and knight h6. Both these moves attacking the queen here, counter attacking is the best defense. But all those who
And-
said check, knight g3 check. That,
Congratulations, you are
Yeah.
1200.
that did not work. So
Amruta.
king h1 and he's
Amruta.
thinking. Yes.
He is not thinking. He has played the move. He has made the move. Magnus Carlsen has made the move.
मूवी में तुम अगर पहले ही एंड बताओगे तो कैसे चलेगा?
हाँ तो तुम्हें भी करना ही है इस वाले. क्या है ये बोर्ड? कौन सा बोर्ड है ये?
कौन सा बोर्ड है?
ये जो भी लैगिंग बोर्ड है, तुम आओ ना लीचेस वाले बोर्ड पे. इमीडिएट है
नीचे से ही हूँ
उसमें.
मैं. हाँ बता कौन सा बोर्ड?
आएगा तुम्हारे में अभी देखो.
अच्छा आएगा आएगा. सागर रैना सागर हाँ ना है उसका नाम चेंज कर दे बाद में. स्कंद त्यागी थैंक यू. अमृता ओपी बोला समय.
Let's go. Amruta is always OP, guys. It takes a lot of courage to come and
अरे
face a crowd of 20,000 without Sagar Shah
मेरे
and
को
take all the.
जोक मारेगा ये समझ
नहीं
एकदम
भाई,
ऐसे
you deserve today. You are a brave lady today. तुझे ही पता था ना कि तू जब स्ट्रीम पे आएगी तो बहुत गाली खाएगी तू सागर के बिना.
गाली खाऊंगी
लेकिन
यार एवरी डे एवरीथिंग स्टार्ट्स ऑन टाइम टुडे लीचेस पे गेम ही नहीं स्टार्ट हो रहा है ना हाउ डज इट हैपन विद
so
मी
we need hearts for Amruta, guys. Amruta is doing her best to bring chess to you guys. So please be nice and please show some love to me also, यार. हमको आता नहीं है ज्यादा पर हम कर रहे हैं कोशिश. देखो he has played finally.
Oh, Queen F6 happening on the board. Samay, your
तेरा
moves quite a lot
तेरा
are
साबुन
matching
स्लो है
Magnus
क्या अमृता?
Carlsen.
तेरा तेरा इंजन स्लो है क्या अमृता? इतना टाइम कैसे लग गया बे तेरे में मुंह आने के लिए?
अभी देख अभी फटाफट हो रहा है तेरा सुना तो. But Samay, how come you're finding so many moves of Magnus Carlsen?
Because I am in 1900 now, Amruta. Have you forgotten?
I did forget, but technically, no, you are 1900.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
no,
So,
normally, let's not go there. Now, what do you do after knight f6? Do you think Prag can be in slight trouble in this end game because his bishop is still very much out of the game?
very correct, Amruta. And already when you hear the word endgame and you hear the word Magnus Carlsen, I am very scared, Amruta. He's the god of endgames. Like no one plays endgames better than him. And that's like there is a lot of debate about who's the best player of all time. Is it Gary? Is it Magnus? Is it Bobby? But there is no doubt that the best endgame player ever is Magnus Carlsen. So now that is the threat. That is the worry for Praggnanandhaa. How does he play against Magnus Carlsen? Because he has two knights. The imbalance is also so weird, right? It's a bad bishop and a knight versus two good knights.
The bishop right now is completely out of the game because of this beautiful, pawn structure granite here. But it's
E4
not a
will come, right?
permanent one. Yes, at some point we will have e4, something Prag will try to break open. Guys, what is the major imbalance? One is Samay mentioned was the black has two knights. What else is a major imbalance in the position? Can you tell me in the chat? Oh yes, Prag goes e4. He is already not feeling comfortable with this bishop on b3. So e4, I like the move. What is the
Yeah.
major imbalance? Yes, absolutely. Samay,
Hmm.
what is the another imbalance apart from the knights?
That Sagar Shah is not here.
Okay, मतलब second one, I
Bad
was also
bishop
saying pawn
and
island and ये
bad
वो सब गलत.
You see one bad bishop and two bad commentators here.
Oh my god. Or yeah.
But what was the imbalance there, Amrita?
This Samay, the pawn island. You see, Magnus's pawns are all connected as one chain, and Praggnanandhaa's pawn islands here have been broken. So there are two pawn islands, but it could, there is a slight positive here because Prag can create a passer, which can be a rook pawn, and which we know against the knights is dangerous. Only thing is, it looks like a fantasy for now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little far fetched right now, but we never know, Amrita. It can happen. Right now, Amrita, what Prag wanted has happened. He pushed e4, hoping that Magnus takes, and Magnus did take. Maybe if we can show the moves.
Yeah, they are there on the board.
No, if you can go back a little bit just to show
Okay.
the moves. Yeah, so he pushed e4, hoping that black takes so that his bishop is open, and he does take, and then we take back. And now, if you see in this position, the bishop on b3 has suddenly become a very happy piece. He's controlling more squares, and although the engine shows it is equal, I am still not so sure, Amruta, because, like I said, Magnus Carlsen. What do you think?
No, engine actually is favoring slightly for Magnus. So yes, that is there. But I have seen Prag defending such positions with Caruana and Arjun and so many others that I can't say that this slight edge is going to matter too much for Prag, especially in a rapid game.
See, my problem in this position right now, Amruta, is that after rook d8 comes and attacks your knight, okay?
Which one?
Either of the rooks.
Look, if you got this rook d8, already
Oh,
f7 feels a little bit of, lonely.
Oh yeah, then g5 will come. Correct. So maybe that rook. You're right. ठीक है. And now it attacks the knight. And how do you defend that knight? correct because you cannot move the knight as
Suppose
e4 is hanging.
suppose I move it to c4 or f3 because I am counter attacking in both. Like if I go to c4, I am attack. It's a double attack, and you
Knight
might
takes.
take on e4. We have to understand what is this position after knight e5 because it does feel like I must calculate this. Prag would want to calculate this. F7 pe pressure is increasing, so has to be considered.
Rook e2 now, bringing the rook to the 7th heaven.
Rook d2 here,
Rook d2 now.
but you don't care about your f7.
Oh yeah, the 3 attack.
Not
is there.
immediately, actually. You know, right now, if white takes knight takes f7, this
Oh.
is such a tough position, Samay. What does black do? It's a mistake. It's a big mistake.
Oh,
but I wouldn't
we have-
say that it's an easy move. What? What do we have?
Do we have some knight g3 tactic ideas here, Amruta? Not yet. Maybe first we go knight d5.
Okay.
And
First, you go knight d5. What's your idea?
should we? To block that bishop and then take the knight.
Wow, but majorly people in the chat looking for the most natural move, knight f2 check, thinking that they are winning here, you know, the 2 pieces for a rook. But guys, the problem is king goes to then g1, attacks your f2 knight, and now if you take, finally your piece is lost, so you will lose material. But what Samay says here is the
it
move
correct?
knight d5. What a brilliant
go.
move. Blocking the
1900.
defense here, and if takes, then rook takes d5, and look at this knight, it's trapped somewhere. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole point.
I mean, what happens? That knight cannot go anywhere, and we are going to
No.
come there. But I was saying, what happens to knight g3? Are there any ideas?
No, over here, oops, sorry, over here,
No, not here actually. After knight d5, after the bishop takes.
here. No, let's
Never
go
mind.
back. Let's go back here because I think here Prag has to be very careful. He has 8 minutes. I like that about him, that is more time than Magnus. And we did try to see the knight can move, and you know the black's pieces can get very powerful. But apart from that, maybe a better idea for Prag would be to stay calm and simply defend a knight with rook f2, threatening
Bilkul.
rook.
Oh, rook f2.
Yeah, threatening another rook, bringing in the open file, attacking this knight, and increasing pressure on f7. That
Yeah, rook-
I like that position somewhere very much.
Rook f2
actually.
तो बहुत सही लग रहा है मेरे को. Rook f2 looks great. But again, like I'm very. Oh, and he does play rook f2.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, rook f2 on the board.
We can't put their cameras here, क्या?
No, Samay.
ऐसा क्यों यार? मतलब मतलब
Samay rights से रहते हैं, rights.
अरे क्या राइट्स रॉन्ग्स भाई, चेस है यार, दिखाओ सबको चेस यार, अपना इंडियन खेल रहा है भाई, लगाओ कॉपीराइट है, क्या जाता है अपना.
अपने को नहीं कहते कॉपीराइट का भाई, ये हो जाएगा, क्या बोलते हैं, कॉपीराइट का तो एक है.
अरे बात कर लूंगा मैं यार डैनी से यार, अच्छा बंदा है वो, दे देगा वो.
अच्छा,
हम बोल सेंटी मार दूंगा उसको भाई.
चलेगा.
First time an Indian player went to candidates I was watching. Please, Danny.
No camera, no emotions.
Yesterday we landed on moon also, यार. उसके बाद नहीं देगा वो copyright.
Oh my god.
Okay, rook f2 भाई, Amruta. Now, यार, I'm very scared. You know, these are the positions that Magnus really likes.
No, but you were trying to guess moves for Magnus, and Samay, can you try further? Because now it is really a tough position. So let's see if you are able to guess Magnus's moves. And guys, also in the chat.
Okay, let's see. Right now he's planning to double on the knight, right? So how about you just move that knight away to maybe h6 or maybe e7 or never mind.
Knight h6 or e7 कहाँ से आ रहा था? You mean h7 or?
हाँ, h7, h5.
Ah, so okay, this was Samay's suggestion going here. The only thing is that now that e4 is not attacked, my knight is free to go to c4. So
But then I thought the other knight will also come in. Like you give that pawn sack.
Acha,
No,
you are not worried about it. Okay, that was. I
But-
don't think
but-
it would have worked. But yeah, let's go to the game. Magnus goes rook d4 and says, "No, Samay, I'm gonna keep more pressure on e4."
But Prag plays the move rook f1, if you can see the live board there, and he has played the move rook f1, doubling on the f file.
And that's what Magnus does. He simply defends the f6 knight solidly. But passive नहीं लग रहा है क्या समय?
बहुत बहुत पैसिव लग रहा है बहुत, बट इट somehow it's working out. जो नाइट है वो एक दूसरे को बचा रहे हैं, एक दोनों के साथ एकदम चिपके हुए हैं दोनों नाइट, एक
But don't
दूसरे
you
की
think
हेल्प
they
कर
are
रहे
too
हैं.
dependent on each other? And now Pragg simply attacks this rook on d4. It can't stay on this diagonal. Look at the speed with which Pragg is playing.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it does look a little passive for black. White is the one I am clearly thinking is better. It has more initiative. Black is on the defensive right now. Rook goes back to d7 after it's attacked. And now rook e2. Amruta, what a strange move, rook e2.
Yeah,
What's the idea?
he simply went away from this doubled file and all the pressure. He wants to move the knight now. So that's why he's actually freeing his knight. Oh, knight c4 is the threat, winning a pawn.
No, but rook e2. What was the idea? What was the idea
Yeah,
of rook
knight
e2?
c4. Knight c4. He's
Knight
threatening
c4?
to win a pawn, Sabay. क्या करोगे?
पर rook e2 के बिना क्यों नहीं knight c4?
Because e4 hanging, na?
हाँ, अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, got it.
Ah, that's why.
ये सब समझाया करो ना यार, थोड़ा इजी
Ah,
नहीं है वो
okay,
सब.
okay.
तुम्हारे लिए रहेगा इजी.
नहीं रे भाई. Rook e2. Pragg has defended this very quickly, and now knight c4 is the threat. Will Magnus stop it with
And
d5?
guys, I'm telling you, I can tell you this honestly, Magnus is really stressed. Magnus is almost 3 minutes behind time. Magnus has 4.5 minutes. Pragg has 7 minutes 10 seconds.
Absolutely, Samay. I would really question, why did Magnus take the pawn on e4 and open up this bishop like later once the game is over, because that would be the last thing to consider. So,
Yeah,
look at this.
he made some very positional mistakes, unlike of Magnus, where he allowed the bishop to open. He pushed g6 and made his queen weak, his king weak. So there were some wrong decisions by Magnus Carlsen, and right now he pushes rook e7 in order to defend e5.
Yeah, but can Pragg not go knight c4 now?
Knight c4 anyway, you attack the
No, but
a5.
it is defended, but at least you attack this guy. And look at the dark squares; they kind of feel weak. Knight d7, knight d6. I'm liking Pragg's position and the time as
Yeah,
well.
I am actually really liking Pragg's position, guys. I feel. Let me make a prophecy here. No jinxing, but I think Pragg is gonna win this one.
Ooh, that's a bold prediction, Samay.
Because Magnus is on the defensive. He's not attacking, and Praggnanandhaa is finding all the best moves. I don't know what level of form he is on.
But Magnus never lets things go out of his hand. I mean, how much ever he might miss things, he's generally in control that he doesn't lose. So
Okay,
that's gonna be
Amrita,
hard.
knight c4 if it comes.
Mhm.
Okay, is there no way to defend the a5 pawn? I mean, you could go rook a8, right?
So what is the good question. If rook a8,
Then knight b6 attacks your rook,
nice.
but then you still stay on the same file.
Maybe you attack the knight.
Or you don't even have to. Why? Because now the knight no longer attacks the a5 pawn, right?
No, but yeah, that is true.
So just move your rook anywhere else. Take the open file. Who cares?
Let's go to d8. Rook d8.
Yeah, is this
After
fine?
that, no. This is slight edge for white, because what he's going to do is slowly improve his position. But before that, Samay, Pragg doesn't go knight c4. He plays bishop c2. Actually, I'm a little surprised with this move, because I like that bishop over there. So he goes bishop c2, defends e4. But what else is his idea? The knight is free. The knight goes back.
This is some really, really high level chess here, Amruta. I'm sure if Sagar was here, even he would be scratching his.
Yeah, I mean, bishop c2 was such a
One second,
surprising
sorry,
move. Samay.
I was gonna say even Sagar would be scratching his hair, but then I realized. Yeah.
Oh my god. But Samay, maybe Pragg had ideas like b4 and completely confusing Magnus here with showing that I'm threatening f7 guy, but then shifting his rooks at the right time. It could get dangerous for Magnus. So he goes rook a8. Look at
Wow. Can't you see Magnus is only playing defensive moves?
this. Yes.
And all the initiative is coming from Praggnanandhaa, and he's up on time. But now he's actually the problem with making such initiative, ambitious moves is that you take a lot of time to calculate all of this.
Never
But while
easy.
defending, you can just play a move quickly, and that is what I think is happening here because Praggnanandhaa is now low on time.
Right, right. I think this game might end in a draw eventually, but after a lot of stress. That's my
There's a lot of
prediction.
stress, Amruta. बहुत stress हो गया इधर अब.
समय पतले हो जाओगे और बढ़िया. Rook
Okay, okay.
8. Okay, what do you do now? Can you go knight d6 समय?
Knight d6. Yeah, you can attack the pawn on b7. Why not?
And once again threaten this rook. But my question is, the g8 knight, which is not at all happy, Magnus would love to bring it forward very quickly. But in this situation, I have blundered Samay. What is the blunder?
You just give up that pawn on b7, right? It's a free pawn.
Yeah, it's a free pawn. So knight d6 is such a strong knight there on d6. Eyeing these two guys. I love Praggnanandhaa's knight.
But after knight b6, can you just defend the b7 pawn by moving your other knight to f6?
Which d7 knight to
The
f6?
d7 knight to f6?
And then I again go rook f2.
Oh, too much pressure.
It's more about confusing you. Just keep you wanting to use time.
So I feel. Oh, look at what Prag has
Look
done.
at what he's done. G4.
G4.
Wow. I mean,
What? Are you not scared? Are you not scared? You're playing Magnus Carlsen. This is the World Cup tie breaks. How can you push G4? What guts you require to push
Prag is
G4?
fearless, completely fearless against the former world champion, and even against the finals. He's like, I don't care if this is final or what. Every day a new game. He's ready to go G5, and then these knights would be crying. So for sure, Magnus is going to bring this knight out. If not now, then वहाँ पे वो उसका future तो gone है समय. Gone.
भाई G4 यार क्या level पे खेल
Oh
रहा है
my
यार
god,
Praggnanandhaa.
Magnus doesn't go knight f6. Magnus is scared of. Look at this समय. If Magnus would have gone knight f6, there was g5, okay? And Magnus would have got knight h5 also. And you see, Bar says, oh, this is comfortable for black. But you know what happens psychologically? The pawn on g5 and your pawn on f7 as a backward pawn, एक डर सा हो जाता है. You are not feeling comfortable. So Magnus plays f6 there. Doesn't allow g5. And now what Prag goes is, again goes rook g2. Look at the way he is shifting his rooks. It's like shuffle. वो playlist shuffle करते रहता है ना. Like that. How is Magnus gonna guess which song Prag is gonna play next?
What a nice analogy, Amruta. He is just controlling the entire game. He is just bringing initiative from here to there, never letting Magnus know his next move. What is Praggnanandhaa thinking? Nobody knows. Usually there's a plan. There's one plan in a chess, in an attack. Here Praggnanandhaa is making three plans and then going here and there and confusing everyone, including Magnus Carlsen, who is now low on time. 3 minutes 15 seconds. Magnus Carlsen under pressure.
Wow. अब क्या करोगे समय? Guess Magnus's move. What do you think he is thinking?
मैग्नस इज जस्ट थिंकिंग कि यार मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ. मेरा रुक अपने फर्स्ट स्क्वायर पे है A8 पे, मेरा नाइट अपने फर्स्ट स्क्वायर पे है G8 पे. मेरे पोजीशन में हो क्या रहा है यार? मेरे को अपने पीसेस को एक्टिव करना पड़ेगा. अभी मैं रुक तो हिला नहीं सकता हूँ अपना, पर कम से कम नाइट को गेम में लाओ. समहाउ मे बी नाइट
But
h6.
if you go slow, yeah, let's say knight h6 is a decent move, and I think Prag will go g5. He'll be very happy to isolate this pawn. But what I really think Magnus will go for is b5, because Magnus will not keep quiet for long. He wants play.
But b5, Amruta, like you said, knight d6, does it work?
Or d6. Knight d6 में only tension is it could get a little bit under danger, but yeah, very interesting. But Samay Magnus has played your move. He goes knight h6, feels the same key. I want to bring back my knight. Now will Prag go g5?
Will Prag go g5? If he goes g5, it means Praggnanandhaa is not scared of anything.
Let's
of
wait.
anyone.
Yes.
G5 is a very, very bold move. It's a very
Classy.
committal move. It's a statement. G5 is like, brother, I am not scared anymore. I am the future and I am coming for it. And he goes G5. Praggnanandhaa plays G5. Let's go.
Oh, wow, because I was a little worried whether Prag will say first h4 and then g5. But that is a great thing. He goes g5, takes, and now you see the structure, pawn structure, काफी imbalance. Ooh.
भाई Now it is.
Rook is attacking.
It's heating up, guys. सिर्फ 2.5 मिनट है, कुछ भी ब्लेंडर आने वाला है, जल्द आने वाला है ब्लेंडर.
Where to go? Rook
Oh
g3, rook
man.
g4. Rook g3 is good. Oh, but he goes rook g2. He wants to defend the second rank. Natural, very natural. This is a
I'm
tough point, right, Samay? There is a difference in rook g3 or rook g2, but rook g2 is so natural, defending the 7th rank. Rook e6
Yeah.
by Magnus. He goes rook e6, finds this move, keeps this defended.
I'm little scared. I don't like the bishop on c2, which is not doing anything right now.
So
Also,
let's solve a problem, na? You would like it to be on b3, but अभी b3 पे you feel that ये b2 क्या कर रहा है? बिट्टू क्या कर रहा है? तो let's
बिट्टू.
go b4. बिट्टू को बोलो यार, go and study, man. Go b4.
Go b4. Go in the past.
Go b4.
But okay, you are saying b4 right now. b4 takes, and then you're saying bishop b3.
Yeah, b4 is like, yes, definitely committal, but once again, you can have this a pawn which could become a passer.
Oh man.
Risky move. Definitely a risky move. Prague has 2 minutes. He's thinking 50 seconds lesser than Magnus Carlsen.
Man, now this is really scared because Pragg definitely has made some bold moves, but does he have the calculation to back it up? Does he have the nerves to back it up is the question. Not so easy. This position is still equal. It shows, but it's
Yeah.
like a disaster waiting to happen on either sides. Very complicated game. Maybe. How about...
Yeah, we have chat suggesting 2-3 ideas. Guys, live board is updated over there. It's just check it out. There is one is bishop d1, bishop h5. That's a shift. I just think it's a little slow. And bishop b3, we would love to have the bishop on b3 here. The idea is knight b6 disco with double threat. So that was the suggestion. Good suggestion, chat. Pragg goes rook d2, brings his rook in the open file. Ye rook samay, like it's been just... क्या चल रहा है उसके माइंड में?
उसके माइंड में चल रहा है कि भाई यहाँ वहाँ ही हो रहा हूँ मैं तब से. भाई डिसाइड कर लो कहाँ लेना है, बट उसको मजा तो आ रहा है. He's being moved around a lot. But Magnus Carlsen is offering a rook exchange with that, simplifying the game. Could we be heading to a draw after exchange?
But why should we exchange? Do you want to exchange this?
I don't think.
Yeah,
we should
because
exchange.
knight takes f6 is forced, right? You can't take with the king. It's big
Because
blunder.
the knight is hanging.
Knight would be hanging. So knight takes f6.
I don't think you should exchange because Sagar Bhai had taught me long ago that if you have more initiative, never mind.
But that is an assessment thing. If Pragg thinks he has more initiative, he will keep the rooks on the board.
ले लिया उन्होंने वैसे.
No, but he took. मतलब I don't think he's.
मतलब
feeling-
सागर भाई has taught me wrong. कल भी हुआ मेरे साथ यार यही.
समय वही तो है. As your level grows, you will find more exceptions to every rule which you have learned.
Okay, Amruta, look, it looks draw, but this is the thing that Magnus enjoys, right?
Oh, he plays b4. b4 Samay. As you said, it's getting heated, but look at the time difference. Magnus is 2 minutes more than Pragg.
I don't like it anymore for Pragg.
Why not? Only the time. I only don't like the time. But
The
I
time,
love the fact that Pragg can create a passer here against these knights, Samay.
I'm very scared, Amruta.
Don't be.
Rook h8 is coming, attacking the on the king's side. 2 knights are there with Magnus Carlsen. He has even more time. Oh
You
man.
might go rook h8, you might go rook h4, but still they are still ghosts. I mean, Pragg is not going to be scared of it.
Oh, what is this? King e8. Okay. King e8. King f8. What is this move?
Did Magnus play king f8?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he plays king f8. He wants to bring the king here. Protect his e5 pawn. That's what he's intending. But now, maybe Pragg can attack the rook and push his pawn to a5.
Yeah, knight b6 attack, yes.
And a long-term pressure on these
No.
pawns, Samay.
He's come ahead. He's coming ahead with the king as well. Both players bringing in their king towards the center, as we are taught we should do in the end games to make your king active. That's what we are seeing here. But I'm really scared at one point that rook will come to h8 and that king will be stuck there. It will not be able to come inside the game. And there it has happened over the board. Rook h8 attacking the pawn on h2. The king is now glued over there. It cannot go to f3 where it wants to go. Plus the knight is coming in.
Why?
Plus
But
you
you
have
had
only 20
go
seconds for
d2.
Praggnanandhaa.
Oh, that is the hardest thing to play under time pressure. Prag has to play fast. He really has to buckle it up.
12 seconds for Praggnanandhaa. I think now Praggnanandhaa should just be happy with the draw, right?
But how? It's Magnus is not going to go for a draw.
Magnus will not go for a draw right now.
Oh, look at this. Prag goes rook e2, goes a little defensive, wants to free his bishop here. But his
Not
knight,
easy.
can it jump to h5, threatening a fork here? Yes, that's what Magnus does. Once again, the king or the rook must move.
You are just seeing, guys, two of the best players of the world play an end game, a very, very difficult end game to play in such less time for Praggnanandhaa against the best end game player ever. Lot of pressure. Rook has come inside now. Oh man, Amrita.
No, this is a difficult position.
I am
but
feeling
Prag
suffocated, you
can-
know.
Prag can still defend it. It's not like Prag is not at all lost or anything. In fact, the bar says slightly better for Magnus, but the only reason why we are feeling this is more dangerous than it seems to is yes, the time factor where Prag will have to make such moves. He goes a6, not a good idea. Magnus, will he take it and say, yes, he does take it. Prag goes bishop a4, Samay. This is really tough for Praggnanandhaa right now. You know,
This is
Caruana, Arjun, they all had a winning position with Prag in the rapid game. But somehow, towards the end, Prag kept fighting. And it all
Prag
flipped.
knows. Prag knows what has happened. Prag knows that it is over. Suddenly, you see, suddenly it's all over. Time pressure, everything collapsed in this game. There's no chance of fighting back now. I think Praggnanandhaa is going to resign this game.
Resign? Yeah, this is a threat. Knight f3 is the fork. Can Prag...
What went wrong though over there? A6 was a bit too early, right?
A6
What
was
was
a
his
mistake,
idea?
but he didn't have time, Samay. He had around
Yeah, of
3-4
course, of
seconds
course.
at that
You-
point of time.
yeah, you can't-
Already
you
the
can't
pressure
analyze.
had started mounting. Once these knights start getting a little active, there were isolated pawns. I think Prag was ambitious, you know.
Yeah,
Samay.
nevertheless, he was really ambitious. He was really bold. He played fearless chess against the best player. And we have another game, guys. No stress. Yeah, although this game didn't go our way, we have another game.
But it's
The problem
not over
is,
yet, Samay. It's not yet over, right?
I mean, look at those two knights.
Yeah, it's
Look at
completely lost, completely. His last move is rook c2. But still, I do have a feeling that
नहीं यार, यहाँ
can
से तो
he
नहीं.
do anything here?
यहाँ से तो मैग्नस को दिख गया होगा अभी कैसे खत्म करना है इस गेम को.
Yeah.
I think what time pressure में he was doing very well on time. He was doing great on position. Suddenly he went into a very big think tank and then he lost on time.
Yeah, I think he was trying to. He maybe have sensed that his position is slightly
And there you
better
have
and
it.
to find something. Did he resign?
Praggnanandhaa resigns the game. The game goes in the favor of Magnus Carlsen. The first game of the 25 plus 10. But don't worry, we have another game. Although Magnus will be with the white pieces, Praggnanandhaa, I think this time will make sure that he keeps his time in mind.
Yes, this is over. I mean, Prag really played well, I guess, in the middle.
बहुत अच्छा खेला यार, कितना तो बढ़िया खेला.
Look here. This was the position. All of those who had missed, this was Prag's position. G6 was not a good idea by Magnus. Prag went knight f5. यहाँ पे I think one move which was missed by even Magnus was knight f3, as you pointed, creating a square, pushing this pressure on the e5 pawn. Very nice move, but I would say very tough, Samay, because even both of them missed it. Imagine. So very tough. Knight f5, and then after this, king h1. I think this move was clearly more ambitious what he played. Otherwise, he would have gone rook f3 at that point of time. But
बहुत
king
ज्यादा
h1,
प्रोफिलैक्सिस भी खराब ही रहता है मतलब. इतना भी दूर का मत सोचो कि अभी जो है वही खत्म हो जाए.
But still, what I was surprised is why did Magnus take here? You know, Magnus could have gone rook a8 first, maintained the tension. So imagine, even Magnus releases the tension, takes, and maybe he assesses that the isolated pawn here, the knight will be tied down. I think that was his reason that he gets the open file. But this Prag played beautifully, C3 भी आया, and I loved Prag's position over here. It was so cool.
Yeah.
This one, Magnus के पास कुछ भी नहीं है, so
Or G4.
G4
Very
was
ambitious.
a move was, yeah, fearless. In a
Fearless.
way, I'm happy with Prag's, this attitude. Because डर नहीं है ना, finally समय.
Yeah.
In future, if he wants to beat Magnus, this is what he needs.
हाँ, it shows कि he is fearless. Little like वो बोलते हैं ना, जो हमारे experienced players होते हैं, विशी सर आते हैं कभी, वो यही बताते हैं ना कि difference between youngsters and people who have a lot of experience is this only, that experienced people will not go for G4. Youngsters एकदम खून गरम है कि भाई चलो अटैक पे G4 H4 खत्म कर दो. So I think this is the youth in Praggnanandhaa, the aggression of teenage.
Absolutely.
But G4 was a good move, yeah.
No, I really liked G4 because look at this. Even Magnus was scared of G5. He played F6 here, and even in this situation, I liked what Pragg went G5 takes. Just look at this position for a moment. यहाँ पे Pragg's best move was to go Rook G3. Now, what we will naturally do is Rook G2. Like, why would we go Rook G3 समय?
Yeah, what is the idea? Just one second before we complete that. Guys in the chat, stay back. We have one more game happening right now itself. कल नहीं होगी game अभी होगी. तो आप रुको, कहीं जाना मत. और सागर शाह भी must be on his way.
Sagar will be on his way. I will check if I have got any messages from him. Not yet, but yeah, we will wait for him.
He will be. You know Sagar, the moment he can, he will join. If it can happen, it will happen. And okay, Rook G3. I don't know what the difference was between Rook G2 and Rook G3, but I'm sure something was there.
No, let's try to find. Even I don't know because Rook E6. जैसे Magnus had played after Rook G2. Let's say Magnus goes Rook E6, and here Pragg had to play Knight E3. So with the idea of bringing another Rook to G file, attacking the G6 pawn, keeping these ideas of Knight F5 check in the air. Samay, also Bishop B3 in the air. I loved Pragg's position. So I would say that Pragg really, was dynamic, was ready to make these changes. Now with black pieces, do you think he can make a comeback? Must win situation.
He has to. And one second, भाई क्या time हो रहा है आपके यहाँ पे? 6 in the morning or in the night? So will you be able to join our commentary? We don't have Sagar bhai. We need a grandmaster. हाँ, आ जाओ ना. कैमरा का क्या, कैमरा अच्छा नहीं तो क्या हो गया? कौन सा आपकी शक्ल देखने के लिए जनता को आपकी कमेंट्री चाहिए भाई.
कौन है ग्रैंड मास्टर है?
आ जाओ, मैं अभी भेज रहा हूँ, तुरंत आओ.
कौन?
आ जाओ, ब्रश कर लेना बस. Okay, we have guys a guest, and you'll really like the guest. You'll really have fun with him. Let me just send him the Google link.
Grandmaster.
अमृता कल कितना मजा आया.
वीडियो बोल रहे हैं सब. वीडियो ओपी गाइस. वीडियो इंडिया में ही है ना. उसने तो अभी कितने बजे आपके इधर पूछा. हाँ, समय कल बहुत मजा आया. Yesterday was so good. So many people had messaged.
चैट तुम लोग को मजा आएगा. चैट तुमने कमेंट नहीं डाले यार. 300 ही कमेंट है उस पे. जाओ अभी तो कमेंट लिख के आओ भाई. 1000 कमेंट तो बनता है कि नहीं उस स्ट्रीम पे यार. पर बहुत मजा आया ब्रदर. Like yesterday was damn fun. I was watching the moments again and again from the stream yesterday.
हाँ क्या?
Yeah.
सही यार. No, imagine ना, मतलब yesterday like ऐसे 6 hours का गेम चल रहा है. We have live chat and we have also the people. Crazy था. But I think we really enjoyed watching Chandrayaan also.
Yeah.
Guys are all guessing. By the way, we had a few super chats, I think, Samay, while the game was going on. Gaurav Garg says, irrespective of the result, we are proud of Pragg. Should he go all out offensive in the last game, or should he take solid position and play not to lose? I think, Samay, in the normally must-win situations where people have played from black side, they have accepted some slightly worse positions. In fact, very bad positions also. They have played random openings and then they've strike back somehow. Because the pressure even for the person who wants to win is huge. But this is Magnus. And you give him a clear, better position, it's going to be hard.
He has never won the World Cup.
Yeah.
He has all the titles in his, home except the World Cup title. And now he's just one draw away. With the white pieces, it can't get any easier for Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah, I think so. But one more thing is that Magnus's health was not so good. He must have recovered by today. We are also
Yeah.
seeing it in his games. But Prague, I think, will strike back in this game.
I hope. I say let's not put the commentator's curse. Let's take it
Okay,
back
we
and let's
will.
say Magnus Carlsen will win this game.
Nishant Sharma super chats. Black is white in this tournament. Prague will win the next game. No worries. That's what Nishant.
My fingers are crossed. Need
मुंह
your
में
prayers.
शक्कर. हाँ. Arvind says, can we replace endgame word with Magnus Carlsen? Come on, Prague. Go and win the second game. Array, people are. I like the attitude with which they are encouraging Prague. The devil says, while Chandrayaan 3's rover Pragyan explores the moon surface, Praggnanandhaa is exploring every square on the chessboard.
He actually did. He actually went to quite a lot of squares with his rook.
MK says, put the live board. Array, it was on, MK. Rutvik says, Samay be the hand of Mangesh Kalicharan now. Aniket says, following Samay Bhai since second wave, had also discovered ChessBase India through there. Moved
Let's
to
go,
Germany for my studies in February. Initially binge watched COB All Stars to get away with the initial anxiety. Oh, all the best.
Amazing,
Prague.
amazing. And
Kya
now
baat
Sagar
hai?
Shah is in Germany. Let's go. How about you message him and do a meetup with him?
Amazing. Yeah, DJ Victor heading to a draw.
Draw.
But
डीजे विक्टर का यही है बस.
next to
डीजे विक्टर कल से लगा पड़ा है. उसका मैं कह रहा हूँ अटक गया है भाई सुपर चैट. उसने एक बार डाला है वो 20 बार आ गया है सुपर चैट अभी. अभी वो एकदम रास्ते में
DJ
मिलेगा तेरे
Victor
को.
says he's from California and he's
अरे.
never written in Hindi. So somewhere I'm not sure whether he understands Hindi.
अरे
Imagine
उसका
if he's a
गलती हो गई है. मैं
DJ.
बता रहा हूँ तेरे को. एक दिन सड़क पे मिलेगा एक घाट के ऊपर में आदमी भीख मांग रहा होगा. तू बोलेगी हे डू आई नो यू. बोले या इट्स हेडिंग फॉर अ ड्रॉ. तब समझ जाना वो डीजे विक्टर था. इसका पूरा पैसा चला गया सुपर चैट दे देके.
God. Yeah, फिर you will go to California and then you will be going to some pub for a show and then it will be DJ Victor.
या डीजे विक्टर ओपनिंग द डोर.
अरे अथर्व said समय ओपी. अरे क्या बात है. शंतनु सुपर चैट. समय भाई स्पेसेस पे आओ फिर से.
मैं तो रोज ही करता हूँ यार.
I swear
आया-
I'm not a racist.
आया क्या आपका वो इज द गेस्ट हियर?
अच्छा वो मेरे को नहीं मतलब मुझे लगा ऑटोमेटिकली आएगा ना.
नहीं नहीं वो
नहीं.
एडमिट करना पड़ता है. कंसेंट इज इम्पोर्टेंट इन लाइफ यार अमृता.
नहीं वैसे नहीं. वो तो आएगा ना एडमिट करो करके. नहीं आया
हाँ.
नहीं है कोई.
ओके
भाई वो
ओके.
सो जाएगा जो भी है.
ब्रश करा रहेगा. नहीं भाई वो आदमी बहुत पैशनेट है चेस को लेके.
अच्छा ओके.
ग्रैंड मास्टर है यार वो.
ग्रैंड मास्टर. ये ट्रिक है क्या? रियल ग्रैंड मास्टर है क्या?
तो मैं क्या अभी फाइनल गेम ऑफ मैग्नस एंड प्रग में क्या अभी लाइफ इज अनफेयर थोड़ी करूंगा अभी कॉमेडियन को बुला के. पहले ही कम गाली खा रहे क्या हम.
देख ओके वेट अ सेकंड गाइस.
तेरे को मजा आएगा जैसे तू उसका नाम पढ़ी तो बोलेगा अरे मजा आ गया.
आया वो. One
लेट्स
second,
गो.
one second. मेरा
व्हाट्स
OBS का
अप
काम.
माय मैन.
Hello, Sagar.
Hey,
Samantha.
Harshit.
सागर भाई.
How are you?
Hi, Amrita. Good. How are you guys doing?
Awesome. कितने?
Let's-
6 o'clock in the morning.
हाँ, समय भाई ने फोन किया. मुझे समझा नहीं क्या चल रहा है. मैंने तुरंत फोन उठा लिया.
भाई आपको पता नहीं क्या चल रहा है. फीडे वर्ल्ड कप का फाइनल चल रहा है भाई. Do you know
देखा
about
मैंने.
FIDE World Cup? It's a tournament they play to reach the candidates.
Yes, and I saw the first game as well. I actually thought that Prague has a very good position, but in the end, I think that he made a slight inaccuracy, and Magnus.
Oi. समय तू ये मत करा.
अरे मैं क्या अब मेरी क्या जरूरत है. अब हर्षित राजा आ गया है तो भाई मैं सुनता हूँ ना चुपचाप. बीच में बोलता
अबे
हूँ थोड़ा
निकल.
बहुत.
अबे आजा मेरा काम बंद पड़ा है.
अरे तू नॉर्मल लगना विंडो.
क्या नॉर्मल रख. आजा
नॉर्मल रख
आजा.
विंडो.
अबे आ.
आया क्या?
हाँ.
अरे क्रेजी. यो हर्षित भाई आप कह रहे थे यस दैट ही हैड सम चांसेस यू वाज थिंकिंग.
Exactly in this position, actually, I thought कि he has a good position क्योंकि black का rook A8 पे tied है और white का knight C4 पे भी अच्छा है. But I think कि maybe Prague thought that he has to be a little ambitious in this first game with the white pieces, and he tried to play slightly aggressive in the end game, and Magnus, as we know, proved out to be very strong in the end game. Or पर फिर भी समय भाई, as we have seen in the game between Prag and Arjun, tie breaks में white black does not matter.
Does not
कोई
matter.
भी कल so we still have very good chances. And Prag is someone जो कोई भी situation में he can come back. So I'm very excited to see how he manages to spice it up in the second game.
Yeah, I'm really hoping, and everyone's rooting for Prag. It's going to be a spectacular match, and already इस मैच में हमने देखा कि प्रग ने अब काफी चांसेस लिए, तो वो डरता तो नहीं है. तो बस ब्लैक से अभी मुश्किल है. आई मीन मैग्नस के साथ आई होप कि वो इस बार भी ना डरे और एकदम ही कुछ ऐसे मतलब अतरंगी लाइन खेले,
हाँ. और
1 FOI हो जाए.
हाँ, अंशुल बोल रहा है फाइनली अ गुड कमेंटेटर.
Thank
फाइनली.
you Anshul bhai. Big
अरे
thanks for
सुपर
being a
चैट भी यार कमेंट
big believer in chess.
Oh, guys, by the way, I have to tell all of you that, by the way, Harshit, during this event, we also had a fundraiser which became very automatic. But Help Chess May, we have collected more than 10 lakh during this event, and especially because all of our players were playing so well that it motivated all of the people to contribute. And one of the big believer, can you guess who he was? Harshit.
one of the big believers.
मतलब 50,000.
अबे चलना यार
About
अमृता.
the big believer.
गेम शुरू हो गई भाई. उधर
नहीं
गेम शुरू हो गई. लेट्स गो हर्षित भाई. व्हाट इज
Oh,
अप विद यू
Harshit,
दिस
come
डेज?
on, you can't guess it क्या? इधर
It has to be
screen पे.
क्या बीटी है
With
भाई.
our समय रायना भाई और
अबे
कौन?
जाओ ना भाई.
फिर
भाई हर्षित भाई मुझे ये बताओ, व्हाट इज अप इन योर लाइफ दिस डेज मैन?
I'm just following chess and doing school.
स्कूल.
स्कूल या ही स्टडीइंग नो?
बट स्कूल
Yeah.
बोलते हैं क्या उधर?
नहीं
हाँ,
रे,
I mean,
12th में है वो अभी भी.
अरे नहीं.
12 साल का है हर्षित राजा भी. बस दाढ़ी आ गया उसको, प्यूबर्टी जल्दी आ गया भाई. स्कूल में है वो.
By the way, if any for the ones who don't know, Magnus was actually playing the speed chess qualifier yesterday. Even though he was playing the tiebreaker today, I was very surprised to see कि यार before, I mean, instead of preparing or taking rest, he's still playing chess and trying to.
Magnus is just like that, you know that. वो नहीं होता शैतान बच्चा होता था क्लास में कि मैडम परेशान होती है उससे कि क्या कर, लाइक फीडे वैसा है वो मैडम है कि क्या यार ये आदमी यार खेल वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप भी नहीं खेल रहा है, वर्ल्ड कप भी खेल रहा है, रात को भी खेलना है भाई को, बेस्ट प्लेयर भी है, क्या करे अब. लेकिन
Yeah, crazy.
proper, like I think all these top players, you know, like Bobby Fischer, Magnus Carlsen, very like crazy personalities, no?
I don't know. There is something about them which just keeps them always motivated and passionate about chess. And no matter how tired they are, it's as if they can still find more fun and entertainment from chess. But Pragg himself is someone who also has this quality. I've seen Pragg, Gukesh, everyone being so much into chess कि वो airport पे भी, I think we even have some videos of maybe Amruta recording it, or in ChessBase India I've seen कि they are on the airport waiting for the flight and वहीं पे वो नीचे बैठ के उनका चालू हो जाता है बुलेट या फिर कुछ तो.
बढ़िया.
But what do you think, Harshit? How was the whole match for you? Like this World Cup for you in general? How was Pragg? Yeah.
I've been more impressed than I could be then with the performance of the Indian players. Arjun himself playing such wonderful chess in that match, and in the end, it's just that there has to be one winner, and it was Pragg. But I'm sure that he's going to continue showing similar performances. Pragg has just been incredible from the GCL itself. I've been following his results, and I don't know why. Someone asked me what is going to happen in this World Cup, and I already said to someone that Pragg will be the best performer, and he's showing why, because he's just in such incredible form that it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I was telling someone कि white, black, blue, red कोई भी color दे दो Pragg तो जीतने ही वाला है.
ब्लू दे दोगे तो अजीब हो जाएगा. But I understand the sentiment.
So how much time break do these players have?
Normally it is around 10 minutes, but chat is generally abhi 20 seconds बचे हैं. Now it's 1 minute to go. So let's ask the chat guys how much more time for the games to start. Meanwhile, we have a super chat by Travel with Nikhil Roshan who says hello 22,000 viewers. Please hit the like button. Can we have 15,000 likes please? Hello Samay, Harshit and Amrita ji.
Hello bye, Travel, long time. Harshit, what would you play as white if you were Magnus Carlsen in this situation?
I would just not play one thing which is written on your shirt, Samay bhai.
Oh, but what if Magnus plays that? What if Magnus sees, oh, someone has ये shirt पहना है, चलो. Magnus is always open to some things, right?
Not when he has the World Cup on the line. Maybe on the speed chess tournament he would have done it. He does all this A4, B3 kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, I think that he
Oh,
would.
games have started.
The game started beautiful.
Yeah.
E4.
हो जाए Harshit bhai, take it away.
I think with the match situation, it makes a lot of. I mean, I would be surprised if he goes for C5, which he does. And Alapin, I think we have seen this by Pragg himself against. Actually, we saw this Arjun versus Pragg. Arjun himself went for the
Yes.
Alapin, trying to
Yes.
close the game.
And also Magnus played with Gukesh, right? Alapin. In the second classical
Magnus
game.
did. Yep.
Second
You're right.
classical game.
Yep.
Wow. Oh, it's the hardest one, right? To if you want to strike back somehow to fight against Alapin.
Definitely. One of the lines where black does not have so much counterplay or chances to make it dynamic, but still now if you go e6, I think what Pragg will do, he will still get some chances, and especially it being rapid, कुछ भी हो सकता है.
Yeah.
What do you think? Will he go for e6 or knight b6? Actually, this
he's
is a
thinking.
big
Firstly, I'm thinking whether Pragg expected Alapin here. I think he would have because Gukesh ke sath Magnus played. Yeah, he goes knight b6.
knight b6, bishop b3, and the point is that if you take on c3, white just gets way too much activity to his pieces. Even something like knight g5 comes into play. Bishop f7 ideas are always there. So I think that now d5 is an option for Pragg, but he might even consider something like e6 just to go into unfamiliar territories.
And do they also play g6, Harshit? Or that is too slow with knight g5 coming?
Exactly. Knight g5 is a very strong move that you point out. Because now if you go e6 as well, then g6 and e6, these two moves usually doesn't connect together क्योंकि f6 and d6 squares. So d5, he goes for this.
Samay, what's your opinion about Alapin?
I think Harshit Raja is amazing.
Rare.
I actually hate facing the Alapin when I'm black. And I usually go for that. I like open structures. Alapin really closes everything down, and I don't like it. In fact, all my games that I lose usually are against Alapin in the Sicilian. So I don't really like it. So that's why I'm seeing how they are playing, and maybe I can use something in my games to improve it.
Samay thinking he can play like Magnus.
Thanks,
Yeah,
sir.
actually, it's a very nice idea to play something which you don't like facing. So if you don't like facing the Alapin, it sometimes makes sense to start playing Alapin yourself.
Yeah, I should play with my father then.
Is he an Alapin player?
No, I don't like facing him. But all right, right now white has castled.
Yep.
And it is black to play. And see, this is what I already don't like about the Alapin is that you are late in your development. You are if you want to castle, but you cannot go e6 because your bishop on c8 is sad. You want to bring out the bishop from f8. How do you castle? You can't go g6. I hate Alapin.
Maybe
How do you
Pragg has to
castle?
really show you how to play Alapin. So hoping.
I
Pragg
think
strikes.
bishop e6, actually a very strange
Look
move.
at that.
It's
What
a possibility here.
horrible move. What a horrible looking move, right?
So one question, why is it horrible, Samay? What
It
will
just
you?
looks so bad, right? It's just so bad looking move.
You have
Who puts
developed
the
your
bishop
bishop.
there?
Why does it look so bad?
Because your e7, you are always told to never put your bishop on that square because you cannot push e7 anymore.
Then
And
why
black
it is a
doesn't.
good move? There is a reason, no? Some reason for which it's a good move.
Goes
I don't
bishop
know.
f5, guys.
Yeah, he goes bishop f5 and not bishop e6. And is he already threatening ideas with d3 here? But
Yes,
Yeah,
He
so
would like to go d3.
Magnus will take. With the
Hmm.
knight. Magnus is like wanting to exchange pieces, man.
Do you think, Harshit bhai, maybe we can have a long castle from black in this position? Not in this
First,
position, but in this game.
in this game, it is possible, but I am slightly afraid that black does not have quick counterplay on the king side because his pieces are still not developed. On the other
Exactly.
hand, knight c3, knight, if you take on d4, I think cd4 is going to be the move that we see because Magnus just wants to quickly develop his knight on c3. And long castle
Yeah.
will be met by this knight c3, knight b5 ideas. So I'm not sure actually if Prague is going to be very happy in
I
this situation.
I don't like this position for black already because when Gukesh had come, Amruta, to your house, I had actually asked him this question. I don't know how to play against the Alapin. I hate playing. What should I play? And he had told me one big advice that in the Alapin, you never take the pawn on d4 because that allows that c3 square is now vacant for the knight. And that's what has happened here, though. Right?
Yeah, but
Very good.
it was not possible to avoid, right? Here, I mean, you had to take knight d4. For
Yeah.
some reason, the way Magnus has played the opening, I think it has been amazingly smart.
I'm afraid there are not many chances that we can create. Maybe Harshit bhai, if you can help us here, what to do? Bishop e7, I mean.
Yeah. Bishop e7, I was worried, Samay bhai,
अरे
that he can go d5 and
भूल ही गए यार
and
हर्षित भाई आप ठीक है यार कोई नहीं क्या करना है इधर विदित भाई
and now if e5 then knight b5 and then maybe something like d6 can be scary.
बट विदित aren't you scared of rook e1?
Arre, arre.
गया अभी हर्षित गया.
Okay, Surya, what happens if you long castle?
Oh
No, I'm just
गॉड
kidding.
ये अटक गया है. एक सेकेंड. हाँ, अभी ले लो जितने भी नाम लेने हैं समय ले लो. Bishop e7 on the board.
Yeah, maybe I'm not sure actually if queen f3 is a smarter idea. It just seems that white has very quick play. Maybe queen f3 and then rook b8 is not possible due to bishop f4. And if queen
b8
d
is not possible because of bishop f4. Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
and if you go bishop queen d7, then maybe you can go d5.
Yeah, in general also, yeah. Oh,
E5.
d5 liquidating is already good,
And
right,
now
for Magnus?
maybe something like d6 is like huge. Maybe Samay by d6, bishop d6,
Wow.
and now what's happening, Samay by? Can you tell us?
Let's ask Samay.
Okay, in this position, what's happening? Yeah. 1 second. Bishop takes f7 is a threat. Is it? No, it's not a threat. Why is white
is a-
so?
Oh, he plays queen f3, by the way. So,
Oh wow, queen f3 played.
Oh, here we have knight e4.
knight e4.
Knight e4
Actually,
is also better.
a lot of moves are possible, but if you want the best advantage, clear advantage here, then
Then though we have
Queen and win.
rook d8 d1 then simple.
yes,
Yep,
winning
very
here, lot of threats now. Rook d6 is the biggest threat. If queen d6,
Yep.
queen f5.
But guys, queen f3 has happened like Amruta pointed out, and here Praggnanandhaa has castled, and now it is Magnus Carlsen who's thinking, can we take the b7 pawn, Harshit?
I think that's probably what Prague
Is
has
hoping for.
calculated. Yep, maybe trying to spice things up a little bit. Go bishop
Nice.
f6 maybe. Try to get some counterplay of his own. I think I like how Prague is playing so far, but d5 exactly, Samay bhai,
Oh
is a
man.
move that is very hard to face because white is very, very happy with a draw, whereas Prague needs to win.
How does
Oh.
Prag create chances here?
You know what Prag can do? He can say, I don't care, and he can go a5 here.
a5.
I mean, what else can he do? This pawn looks very irritating.
But what does
a5
a5
at least.
achieve? Bishop f4 just attacking your queen again, like.
Okay, and then queen b4, a4.
So you'll-
Prag will have to create some counterplay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if a4 is the way, maybe.
if a5 d into e6 was the point to take with the f pawn.
Yeah, I mean, I would love if I get this file. D takes c6. Oops, sorry. A5, D takes c6, F takes c6. This seems very good play for
Oh,
black.
wow. Actually, yeah, I'll really like this a5 because it at least tries to give black some chances. क्योंकि अगर हमने if we just wait and white can liquidate after like exchanging all the pieces, then it will just be a draw.
Correct.
And draw and lose is the same. A draw and um,
Loss is the
not
same in
winning.
this situation right
Yep.
now, though.
Yeah.
Harshit bhai, how about a move like rook c8, just a simple development move? Or is
Yeah.
it too slow?
Rook c8. I was slightly afraid कि if he just goes bishop f4 and rook d1.
This is a threat actually. So for bishop f4 Samay, now when you go queen b4, like earlier when you had a pawn here, you are threatening to kick this bishop away.
Very nice point. And now white can probably just go rook d1 and be very happy.
Yeah. This can also, I mean, you can just wait and keep creating tension as well. So d5, Prag is thinking down
Already
to 18
is-
minutes, and look at
yeah.
Magnus's time.
Yeah, that's a little scary because he still has 25 minutes.
He has
and
more time than he started with, man.
Yeah. It's not going to be easy from here. It's an uphill task for Prague to even manage to find some counterplay because this move a5 is very nice, but on the other hand, for at least for someone like me, it is very like it doesn't seem very intuitive because allowing this d into e6, f into e6 थोड़ा strange लग रहा है क्योंकि तुम्हारा pawn e6 पे weak है, but as Amruta pointed out, your f file opens up and maybe black manages to find some counterplay like that. So let's see what Prague manages to do.
भाई मैं वीडियो
but
देख रहा
also
हूँ.
not much choice, right, for Prag. I mean, he will have to go for some imbalances at the end of it. Yeah.
भाई मैं इनका वीडियो देख रहा हूँ और प्रग पूरा लेफ्ट साइड में देख रहा है भाई बोर्ड के, वो राइट में देख ही नहीं रहा है, तो आई डोंट थिंक ही विल प्ले a5. सच में भाई वो ऐसे करके बैठा है भाई.
If only top players could have thought like you, Samay.
मुझे डर लग रहा है भाई, वो इस तरफ देख ही नहीं रहा है ना, इधर पॉन भी है, वो ऐसे देखा है भाई. आई एम थिंकिंग ही इज गोना प्ले समथिंग लाइक बिशप g6.
Samay, a big super chat from Vedant who says, Samay, challenge you to not make jokes for this game. Now
Okay,
I am
done.
thinking actually it's a.
Oh guys, समय OP in the chat हो जाए भाई.
Why?
Look at what happened. My theory was correct. He was sitting on this side and he plays that move, which is not even the good move.
Wow.
But has he prepared for d6 fe6? Okay, but can Magnus take here? Harshit.
He probably can, but I think fe6 is what definitely Prague prepared, and queen e2 seems logical, let's say. And I'm thinking what he wants now. Does he just want to go king h8 and give up the pawn?
Oh my god. My god. Oh,
Maybe
that
he
has
wants
happened.
something-
That has happened on the board. d6 fe6 queen e2. Magnus is not using
Oh,
any
wow.
time.
So they're following all this. Magnus is just going and playing fast, playing with his intuition. On the other hand, Prague is taking his time trying to navigate his way through. But Samay bhai, you were saying कि एक side पे ऐसे देखता है वो blunder होने के बाद कभी-कभी कुछ some players do this, like if they make a blunder on the right side of the board, they look on the left side so that hope their opponent.
Hey, oh bro, what? You know what? I just went into the database, and man, if you go one move behind until queen f, where it was on queen f3, this position has happened in one game.
Oh my god.
In the database.
Oh my god.
And you know whose game it is?
Unbelievable.
हर्षित भाई आप ही की गेम में हुआ यार ये.
Oh my god.
अरमान के साथ.
हर्षित राजा versus Dennis Arman.
Harshit,
Oh, wow.
oh my god, wait a second. Okay, can
And
I
that-
make it in the...
Did I win or?
It was a draw. 2017.
Wait.
Yo,
okay.
let's go. What a time to be
No,
alive.
no,
Sagar Shah is
no.
here.
Hi, Sagar. Okay,
Hello,
one
hello.
second.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, where are you?
I am at the immigration line.
Acha. So internet will go away, kya?
No, it's pretty good.
But okay,
Is
fine.
Prague better?
No, he lost the first game.
I know.
I'm
I
just.
saw it on the flight.
Acha, he lost the first game.
Hello,
And
Harshit bhai. Hello, Samay
Hello, hello,
bhai.
hello.
very sorry
I'll
for
have
this. अरे समय यार.
समय कहाँ चला गया?
I don't know, but बहुत ही समय. Please don't do this. I have
अरे मैं इधर ही हूँ भाई,
really.
मैं तुम्हारा कैमरा ताकि कुछ इश्यूज ना हो, मैं इसलिए गया यार. है सागर भाई, लुकिंग हैप्पी
नहीं,
मैन.
because he's
व्हाट्स
going
अप?
to be there. I need to set for 3 people.
अरे बहुत इशू है तेरे को सेट करने में भाई. मैं कहाँ है, मैं इधर ही हूँ
Wow.
भाई.
Samay
गेम
in
हो रहा
his
है पीछे खत्म यार.
streaming room.
व्हाट्स अप सागर भाई, कैन यू सी द गेम?
Yes, I can see the game. Amruta का ये.
बेचारे सागर भाई का डेडिकेशन देखो यार, बैग तक नहीं उतारा है अभी. कमेंट्री करेंगे खड़े खड़े इमिग्रेशन लाइन में.
Bhai, but the thing is, Magnus Carlsen is so amazing. I thought the first game will be 100% draw.
या
और
Somehow
और
it converted.
टाइम प्रेशर मैन. आई थिंक प्रज्ञा थोड़ा ज़्यादा टाइम ले लिया. ही ट्राइड टू बी टू एम्बिशियस एंड देन ही टुक अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम इन दोस मूव्स दैट ही वांटेड टू मेक एंड देन ही couldn't, he suffered in that time.
yeah.
Correct. But this
And now
time,
he's
Prag is black. Okay. Now he's in trouble, yes?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
actually काफी moves हो चुके हैं. Let me just put it here. This is the current position.
yeah, and queen exchanged pawn down. I think Prag can probably make a draw with playing like something like rook f e8 and taking the e3 pawn, but very hard to imagine Prag managing to find anything because white is better after rook f e8, bishop f7. He can just liquidify the position, and I think we are actually heading towards the draw, guys.
Hmm. Yeah. Unless
Wait.
Magnus makes a huge blunder, which is very unlikely.
बड़ा ही मुश्किल सिचुएशन में सागर शाह has joined us.
Yeah. Rook
Sagar,
f8.
you cannot leave now because it will become very difficult otherwise.
I won't leave, but if the immigration people send me back, then I'll come back home.
Okay, fine. Yeah, this is fine now.
इमिग्रेशन गया उधर तो कैमरा ये सब अलाउड नहीं रहता यार.
हाँ, इस
बढ़िया.
तरह बहुत बड़ा लाइन है ना, ये देखो.
तुम
तोड़ो,
लाइन
तोड़ो.
में ही खड़ा रहना थोड़ी देर.
तोड़ो भाई,
हाँ.
नियम तोड़ो, अंतरराष्ट्रीय नियम तोड़ो भाई आप मस्त. क्रिमिनल सागर शाह.
Oh. Okay, I have said everything, so we are back to whatever arrows and all I can make. Rook e3 has
Okay.
been played.
Oh, he's got back the pawn. Okay, that's amazing.
But
Yep,
this is
and now
no
rook-
chance, no? Just 4 pawns on the board. Like, how can you even try and win here?
Yeah, it's very,
Yeah.
very solid. And I think, to be very, I mean, this just seems that Prague has mentally accepted to go into towards the draw. I really don't see how someone can play.
Hmm.
Yeah, also, I mean, Praggnanandhaa here, I mean, he has no real way of sort of making this complicated. मतलब कोई pawn breaks नहीं है. There are no pawn pushes. Maybe he can try to push his a pawn later, a5, a4, like after
Yeah.
rook trade. But
Rook e1, and then a5 here.
yeah, but
Yep.
then the rook comes to
Rook
e7,
e7. Yep.
Hmm.
and white is just better.
Oh, this is so hard because if you go rook e8, trying to challenge and stop this, I mean, Magnus will never lose such a kind of position.
Yeah.
Correct.
Alapin is so hard, man.
I hate it,
Oh, he
man.
played Alapin. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. With
Doesn't
Bukesh,
matter.
what he had played, but somehow he just managed to.
आ गया सागर शाह को कुछ डाल दिया जेल में अभी. सागर शाह
सब लोग
जर्मनी के जेल में बहुत मारते हैं.
सब लोग मेरे आगे क्यों जा रहे हैं, वो मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा है.
ठीक है, तुम एनालाइज करो या फिर तुम जब चाहोगे तब कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, मैं जूम डिसअपीयर कर दूंगी.
Okay,
By
rook
the
has been
way, he
exchanged.
has exchanged a rook. Rook
सब
takes
बोलते
e1.
तुम
And
analyze
the game
करो.
will be drawn in another 5 seconds. 4,
No.
3, 2, 1.
Oh!
Samay OP in the chat.
Bro!
सब सब समय ने कोई तो दूसरे वेबसाइट पे देख लिया.
नहीं हो गया draw.
नहीं
The
भाई.
result is updated.
सागर भाई यार.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay.
Draw and Magnus
Fine,
Carlsen
but
wins the World Cup.
Wow, Magnus is the champion. Unbelievable.
first
What a-
time
what a
Magnus
miracle.
has become the
Yeah.
World Cup
Who
winner.
would have
It's the
thought
first
Magnus
time.
would be the best player in this tournament? What an upset.
No, this
He
will
has a
be
bright
hard.
future in front of him, Magnus Carlsen, winning his first ever World Cup. Don't know what the future lies. Now he is in the candidates. Maybe he can become the world champion. Very strong player, Magnus Carlsen has displayed great. I don't know, man. Where is he from?
Magnus is from Norway.
Damn, man.
He's a good rising talent. And also, nothing could stop him. Yeah, food poisoning. Nothing could stop him from winning.
I
He was
also messaged him all the best.
resourceful. Yeah, exactly. Someone's
Nothing worked.
message.
But if I noticed, he always continued this tendency of making draws with the white pieces in the final ultimate round to go into the tie breaks. He did this with Karjakin, he did this with Caruana, and he did it again because he shows how confident he is in the playoffs. And once again, he managed to prove so. But let's not take anything away from Praggnanandhaa. He played an excellent tournament, mind-boggling performance, reaching the finals, beating the likes of Arjun Erigesi and many strong players on the way. And
Caruana, Nakamura.
Yep, Caruana, Nakamura, incredible performance. And now we will get to see him in the candidates. And maybe, as Samay said, one day he can also become the world champion. So very exciting news and performance by the Indian kid.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I think it's one of the most powerful performances by an Indian player since Vishy Anand. I think we can say that, yes. I mean, apart from Anand's all of Anand's exploits, I think this has been the biggest performance by an Indian chess player.
Yeah.
No?
Anand was saying in an interview to CNN yesterday that his this is the first time an Indian has come so far in the World Cup after him. This is the first time in this tournament someone's rating exceeded Anand. This is the first time someone's making it into the candidates through this new format. It's like, भाई एक tournament में मेरे कितने record तोड़ोगे भाई?
I think this is a tournament that will be remembered as all the talents of Indian chess sort of growing up and becoming, like I say, top best of the world now. Matlab they have made it to the top.
Actually, shout out to Vidit also, yeah, because who played excellent chess, was so close to making it to the candidates, playing against Nijat in the quarterfinals. We know Nijat played an excellent tournament, but Vidit was also very close to making it.
Yes, beating Nepo was, I think, amazing.
In that style, yeah, too good.
Yeah,
Gukesh also. Gukesh played such a fabulous tournament, but he got unlucky. He got Magnus in the eliminator in the quarters. But he also played superb. Like all the Indians, yeah. I think this tournament, like you said, Sagar, will be remembered for the display of how strong Indian future is. And it's only a matter of another couple of tournaments, or another couple of World Cups until we finally have it. Just waiting for that day.
Yeah. In fact, in a day from now, I will meet all of them here. Gukesh, Arjun.
Bas. I think it will take another couple of World Cups.
For what?
If you meet them.
Because I met you yesterday.
So you're gonna meet them here. You have to play what tournament, Sagar?
They are playing this FIDE World Rapid Team Championship. So until now there were World Team Championship. This is the first edition of World Rapid Team. So they are all playing for different teams. Anand is playing for Freedom Team karke hai. Then Gukesh is playing for some team, completely different team where Aronian, Caruana are there. Prague is playing for the WR Chess, जो यहाँ के organizer है main, उनके team में. Yeah, so they are all playing. Vidit is playing in Anand's team. So they are all playing here.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
That's good. So we have some more chess coming in from ChessBase India, like always. And
Yeah.
Sagar, just maybe some of the audience is disappointed. You can let them know how big deal it is that we have a player in the candidates and what it means that even though Praggnanandhaa has come second, it's not a something to be sad about.
I think personally, if someone asked me before this event if an Indian would reach the finals, I would have said no, and you can guess it because I'm right now at the airport. नहीं तो मैं book नहीं करता था अपना flight. No one expected this to happen. They Prague has actually exceeded all the expectations that could ever be. मतलब कुछ किसी ने सोचा